Hi there. Welcome to Wilmington University's Masters of Education in Literacy programs. If you're listening to this program planning conference audio, it's because you've elected to pursue a degree either that will lead to certification as a reading specialist, as a TESOL teacher, or as a dual major, which will encompass both ESOL and reading specialist. I'm Dr. Brown and I'm the program chair, and I would like to take you through what would typically be a face-to-face conference and answer some of the questions that you may have regarding your program and the steps that you'll need to complete. Please um, make sure that you feel comfortable to contact me either by phone or email at any time that you have a question. Our opening page is TaskStream. And I'll explain that as we look at your program planning sheets. But this is a site that we will use to collect all of the work that you're doing in the program. We use it in order to be able to report to our various accrediting agencies how well you're doing. If you are in any of our programs, you will select the MED literacy programs, and you will ultimately be asked whether you are a reading, ESOL, or dual major. So I'm going to come to this page so that you can see what you will see when you get enrolled in your TaskStream or eFolio account. It's set up with general information, a FERPA training module, program requirements including program checklists for each academic year. You're starting in the academic year 2013, so this is the program checklist that you'll reference until you graduate. Verification checklist, which I'll talk about later, and all of the courses that are listed by prefix. All of the MRD, which are reading courses, are just listed first and in numerical order, and then the MLL courses, which are listed and are specific to our ESOL or dual major degree programs. There's also a section on finishing up, which includes posting a resume, completing a content assessment in both programs, the ESOL program as well as the reading program. You'll need to do those at the end of your program. Another program requirement is that you'll need to take and pass the Praxis exams before you can graduate, and in fact before you can receive the grade for your seminar course. In Delaware, there's no cut score currently for the ESOL test, but you will need to take and pass it and post it. In terms of the reading specialist degree program or the dual degree program, you will need to take and pass the reading specialist Praxis in order to graduate. So let's look at your program planning checklist. I'm going to start and just show you that they will all look pretty much the same. This is the one for the reading specialist program. This is the one for the ESOL literacy program, and I've color coded them here just so you'll be directed visually. And then the dual program. In every case, the format is the same. I'm going to work from this case and I'll try to shift slowly between them, but I'm using this one because it does include all of the requirements for both degree programs, or all 3 degree programs. Once you finish listening to this information conference, you'll need to email me and let me know that you've listened to it. I will send you the appropriate checklist and you'll fill it out and send it back to me. You'll fill out all of this information. Your WUID you can get from Graduate Admissions. We'll fill in the program planning conference date. Please make sure that you have sent in a copy of your current teaching certificate. For now, we're going to ignore the writing assessment as the university has not made that a requirement for graduate students. If you would like to take it to see how well your writing will kind of stack up against graduate level writing, please let me know and I will give you that information. You can see that the dual program is 50 credits, but that's not the case for the other programs. The other programs are 33 credits respectively and 35 credits for the Reading Masters. So I want to come back to the dual program just because it has all of the courses listed. In each case, you will need to take DIS 095. That is because it's a requirement for any hybrid or distance course. There's no cost for this. There is no course credit for this, but you'll need to take it before you can enroll in either hybrid or distance courses. The eFolio site is what I just mentioned to you, our TaskStream site. Looks like this. And it is a two-step process. It is a lab course. So I'm going to type that in there so you'll know to look for it when you register. You do need to register for it, and then you need to activate your file. By activating, you'll go through some steps specific to TaskStream. You'll go through the FERPA module that you saw earlier, and then you will also select your eFolio site, which will be the literacy programs, and then click the appropriate degree program, Reading, ESOL, or your dual program. All of you will take these two courses first, Language Development or Process and Acquisition of Literacy. It doesn't matter which order you take them in, but you need to take them before you continue in your program of study. If you are an ESOL major or a dual degree major, the next two courses you'll take are the MLL courses. If you're not, the next course you'll take is the Strategies and Materials for Teaching Reading. In all cases, these courses are block courses. They meet one time a week for 5 hours per meeting. That's if you're taking them face-to-face. In an online format, you'll be directed for weekly activities and assignments. For the most part, the instructors have weekly office hours, and so you'll get acquainted with your classmates that way. In your foundation courses, most of them are block courses, and you can take one course per block while you're teaching full-time. Believe me, you don't want to take more than that. You do need to be a certified teacher in order to enroll in any of these programs, and you do need to be teaching in a K-12 setting and be able to work with your principal or HR department for making observations or demonstrations in other classrooms, especially if you are a reading or dual major candidate. The next course that is on the list is a Literature, Nonfiction, Books, and Materials course. It is a semester course, so plan carefully. If you wish, you can take one of the block courses along with that each block, but it is a lot of work. When you get into the clinical courses, please note this is a 5-credit course, a 6-credit course, a 6-credit course here, and then a 3-credit action research course, which will take up enough time to be a 6-credit course. In the case of MRD 7815, if you are a reading or ESOL dual major, it is the 5-credit course. That's the one you need to take. If you are only an ESOL major, you will take only MRD 7805, and that will be clear on your program planning sheet. In this course, you will need to plan to take 2 personal days in order to do the observations that are required for the course. In the diagnosis course, for all except for the ESOL majors, it is a 6-credit course where you learn the assessment process the first half of the course and then work with children in a one-on-one setting for the remainder of the course. You must have a final grade of B in order to proceed. That doesn't mean B-, it means a B. If you are an ESOL major or a dual major, you will also need to take assessment of second language learners. The practicum in reading is a 6-credit course. It is not a practicum in the sense that you have to leave your teaching position in order to do it. It's what I sort of jokingly call the Real Reading Specialist course, but it's where you take an in-depth look at your school's literacy program from soup to nuts and then look at some improvements that you can make. As I mentioned earlier, the Seminar in Reading Research is an action research course. You will do a full literature review. It is a thesis, and then design some research, implement that in your setting, and then report on that. If you are not teaching in a K-12 setting, but you have a valid teaching certificate, there will be some other steps that you need to complete, which will require a criminal background check, a TB test, and a certification for child care registry. I will be able to give you that information separately, but you will need to complete that so that we can find school placements for you. So that's a lot of work. And at any time, I am generally considered your advisor. I'm glad for you to contact me. The contact information is at the bottom of your program planning sheet. Before you can graduate, you do need to register an application for graduation, which is called a petition for degree. Even if you complete all of your courses, you cannot graduate without completing the petition for degree and having a degree audit. In each case, you'll complete either the 33, 35, or 50 credit program with a grade point average of 3.0. You will need to complete and pass the Reading Specialist Praxis if you are a dual major or a reading major, and if you are an ESOL major, the ESOL Praxis. It's a lot to think about, but I'm sure that you can do it, and I look forward to helping you through this process. So please, as soon as you've completed listening to this, email me, call me. Graduate Admissions did send you a letter, an email that would tell you that you needed a program planning conference with me that shows you how to get in touch with me. Please let me know that you've listened to the online program planning conference. I'll send you the appropriate form. You can complete it and fill it out. I will get that information back to Graduate Admissions, let them clear you for registration, and I'll be glad to answer any of your other questions at that time. And then you'll be on your way. So I look forward to working with you through the program. Please do let me know if I can help you in any way.